Today, I would like to inform you on the Yeiswa Air Indian tribe, also meaning people of the river. Colonists noticed that the river where they were located by was called the Catawba River. From then on, they decided to start calling them Catawba Indians. The Catawba Indians have lived along those banks for over 6,000 years. And I would like to tell you a little more about them and how they have impacted my family. The Catawba Indian Reservation is located in Rock Hill, South Carolina, but they are known to spread out to North Carolina and parts of Virginia. In early history, they lived in villages that were surrounded by a large wooden wall. They had homes, a sweat lodge, and an open plaza that hosted different events. They were farmers, hunters, and fishers. The Catawba Indians were a very large and powerful tribe. They were so powerful that they decided to wage war against different tribes, namely the Cherokee Indians. One tradition that has survived since the beginning and is still going strong today is their pottery. This tradition has never not existed. In fact, when the settlers were passing by, the #1 item that they would trade was the pottery. Apparently, it was so popular that some of the settlers would only cook using the Catawba pieces. There's a special technique that Catawbans use to create their pottery. First, the clay originates from the Catawba River clay holes. Next, they hand process the clay into different size pieces. Then they can start shaping the pottery by hand. When they are done molding the piece, they will let it dry for several days. When it is finally dry, they will use scraping and rubbing tools to give it more of a detail. Many potters will pass down their pottery tools from generation to generation. When they're done shaping the piece, they will place it in an open fire on the outside of it and then gradually start moving into the actual flames. This gives it a very distinctive look. My grandma started learning how to use pottery at the age of 12. She learned by observing her sisters, extended family, and successful potters in the tribe. In fact, when she reached her teenage years, she began selling her own pottery. This is a canoe that she made in 2003 that was her very own. She engraves her name, the year, and Catawba Indian on each of her pieces. One time I tried to make pottery with her, and I can tell you mine looked nothing like this. Once a year, the Catawba Indian Nation has a Catawba Indian Festival where they sell pottery, beadwork, and basketry. They perform traditional dances, traditional drumming, and offer Catawban treats, which include corn roasted in fire pits, venison stew, and Indian tacos. They do offer hamburgers and hot dogs for those who are less courageous. They also provide educational exhibits and a pageant show. The Catawba Indian Nation also offers other services. On the reservation, they have an outpatient facility for many medical needs. They also have a Head Start program that one of my immediate cousins heads up. Another program that they offer is educational and scholarship opportunities that for those people who want to better their education, like me, for example. In fact, my uncle was one of the first Catawba Indians that went to college and was offered a football scholarship to Clemson University. My grandma did not like the idea of him moving so far away for college. The only way that she will let him attend Clemson is if the head coach would promise her to get telephone poles running through the reservation so that she could call her son once a week. Later on, he became uh, an economic development director for the Catawba Bingo facility. To say the least, the Catawba Indian Nation has a big impact on my family. My grandma with her pottery, getting the first landline on the reservation, my uncle helping with the development of the bingo building, my cousin with her services and helping the tribe's children, and me having the opportunity to further my education. Thank you.